Wednesday, April 14th, 2021, here with your live show. Of course, this is Mitch, and we're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And we give out free picks on this show, tons of them, of course, on our YouTube channel. We're the #1 sports handicapping YouTube channel. We don't need to spam other people's channels with commercials or anything like that. We just deliver good content. And that's really what YouTube likes, and that's what we found that you guys like and being part of our community. I enjoy doing it that way, and I could go out and buy ads and stuff it on other people's channels, but I don't think there's anybody watching there that really matters to us. And we'll get more into that in a little bit. But of course, let's bring in my co-host for today, and that's Brian. Rod is out today. It's not any big problems. He's not sick. It's nothing like that. He had a meeting. It was set up like a month ago or something. And it's like, because Rod lives in a remote part of Canada, it takes him to go anywhere 4 hours to drive one way or the other. So he just has like a 4-hour drive one way, a 4-hour drive one. He's like, I could pull over on the side of the road. It's like, just take the day off, So he really wanted to be here today, and it's okay. I think he's going to be here for the late premium show. He's going to try and be here for that. But I think Rod has since he's been doing this with me, which is like, I'm going to say 18 months, he's missed about 4 shows. So, it happens. And I think Brian's going to miss some shows too, so coming up. So it's the nature of the beast. It just happens. Not everybody is like me, that they just prop me up here like some of the guys on some of the other channels. It's like when I'm dead, they'll just prop me up and, say it's my birthday or something, But anyways, we got a great card today, right, Brian? It's killer.
I really love the baseball card.
Yeah,
the NBA card, it's big.
Yeah. NBA is tough right now. It just to me, it seems that that you don't know who's playing hard. You don't know who's not playing hard. You don't know who's playing, from game to game anymore. And it's like the season is is consolidated, and then it's shorter, consolidated, and then it's, so many teams are in the playoffs. And I think a lot of the teams have now taken the tack that it's, so what if we don't have the home field advantage in this round of the playoffs? All we got to do is win one game on the road. And I think like teams like the Lakers clearly have made a decision that it's like, I think we could take one on the road from anybody. So, that's all they have to do is to regain home court advantage is to win one road game in a series. And I think the Lakers feel that they can do that if they have their guys. They feel that they're better off having arrested LeBron James and Anthony Davis, something we were worried about at the beginning of the season with them, that they were going to be saving these guys for the playoffs and not trying not to use them up. So no one's getting rushed back.
Yeah, I won 12 straight in the NBA. Now I've lost 5 straight. The Toronto Raptors, lifeless yesterday. So NBA is a tough. I don't know if it's because there's not many fans in the crowd that they just figured they could sit guys and not really face any repercussions. But you can see the Nets and Lakers doing that. Yeah,
definitely see the Nets doing it. The Lakers are doing it, and you see other teams too. No one is rushing anyone back to make the playoff standings. You're even seeing it in the bottom half of the playoff standings, in the 7-8, because now they're in this play-in thing. It's just I really don't like the play.
How much does home field advantage mean if there's no crowd?
So. Yeah, it doesn't mean much, and it doesn't look like between now and then that there's going to be a lot of home court advantage. It's a big day, man. It's just a big day all the way around. I think Coinbase being listed on the NASDAQ today is just an indication of just how far the world has come, and just how the old school is being left behind. It's just one more saying, that all this old school thinking, all this old school thinking is going out the door. When these guys hit the NASDAQ today, it's going to be one of the largest companies in the world. Bigger than Target, bigger than most of these companies. We're talking billions and billions of dollars. And to me, it's just an indication of, that this is the world that we live in now. And it's like, I think the old way of thinking is going to go out the window. And I think in sports betting, it's going to be the same way too. One of the things that Brian and I are going to be bringing into this show a lot more, and Rod will join us, of course, when he's here. We're going to talk more about the money moves and exactly, the things that you guys want to hear about, because I've gotten so many emails about it. Like, how do you get it? How do you get it? The people that I use their software, I've contacted them like 10 times about this. And I told them that you guys want it. And I said, give me some sort of thing to get my people, the software, right? Give them a deal, or, give me a deal. Do something, right, to promote it. These guys won't even answer me back. So that's why I don't answer you guys and tell you about what I use. But what we can do is we can discuss some of the information, and so that you guys they lose, whatever. I pay about $500 a month, I think. So I don't know. we'll just talk about it then and do it that way. So this way you guys get it for free. And we're going to add so we've been talking about adding another area to the premium, to the YouTube premium, and the extension is going to be like a late money moves show about late money moves and kind of the betting angles that I talked about yesterday on the baseball, the money teams, the late money moves, all these different things. It's going to be about that, and we're going to give more. We joined. We're going to be adding that. I think the Action Network is a bunch of punks. These guys, they don't like you, okay? When you hear that Action Network people talk on TV, like Darryl Ravel, who if he says like 3 sentences, you're sleeping. It's like worse than watching Reels. Like you watch Reels, like I watch that show and I can't fall asleep. Put Reels, and I don't care what show is on, I'm out like a light. And that Darryl Ravel from the Action Network, he's exactly the same thing. This is how they talk about you guys, not their community, not their users. They talk about onboarding you. They don't want you to be part of their community. They want to onboard you. And then they exploit you. That's all they do. The one that they sell for $100 a year is like a dumbed down product, and it's not accurate all the time. I don't think what you get from them is reliable at all. I don't know it for 100% sure, but I do know that the people there are just jerks, in my opinion, just condescending jerks. It's like, how could you not answer people back? Anyways, I don't have a lot of friends in this industry, so take it for what it's worth. The one that gives you the most...
Maybe your email went to the spam folder.
No, I used their form on their site. Anyways, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today, and I wanted to get into that whole other thing too. So, like one of our competitors was advertising on our YouTube channel, and I don't know, man. If you guys think advertising is what brings in people to your channel, then you're lost. You're just absolutely clueless. Hey, Brian, if I sell this to you for 50 cents, how much is it worth?
Or whatever I'm willing to pay for it.
Well, 50 cents. I'm selling it for 50 cents. So if I sell something for $2, how much is it worth?
$2.
Exactly. Do you want the cheapest or you want the best? It's like...
Me personally, I like you get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for. You want a bunch of cast-offs from, some other, has-been site? Or do you want guys that deliver on a daily basis?
There is a asterisk, though. If you're buying like a hot diggity dog for $100 and it's a -1 at 80, well, then the price really doesn't dictate the quality, but...
I think that I think that we released the YouTube Premium, and that's kind of like the YouTube Premium is a work in progress. We released that as our low end product. We have the consensus report as one of them, and now we have the YouTube Premium. And now the YouTube Premium, we have a higher YouTube Premium, which is still, less than $2 a pick. And then we have another one that is the new one that we'll be releasing is $100 a month or $99, and you're going to get about $1,000 worth out of it or more. So Rod just sent me his pick for the early premium YouTube show, so we're all set with that.
I finally got off the snide yesterday.
No, I know that Wager Talk advertised on our show. I blocked them, and I spoke to them, and they said they'd be taking them down. But it doesn't make them. I just get this impression from them that they think they're better than us. We do 4 times the traffic that they do on YouTube. We do 40 times the traffic that they do on the internet, yet they still think they're better than us for some reason. They have about 100 people. I beat them by myself with my videos. They have this fancy studio. They have all these people. You give me Kelly from Vegas to do my videos with me, forget it, You
might get a million hits on that one.
These guys are chumps, man. These guys are flat-out chumps. That's all they are. It's like, what hacks, What a hack move to throw a commercial on ours. It didn't help their views. It didn't help their web traffic. All it did was get me mad at them. And I actually like those guys, which makes it hard, So I'm going to talk to the head of there or whatever, and he's going to, talk down to me like he's like they're so much better than me or something. Yet, like I said, 4 times the views on our YouTube channel every day and monthly. They do about 450,000 views a month. We do about 2 million. On their website, they do about a couple 100,000 visitors a month. We do 4 million. I have no idea, man. And yet they still think they're better than us. It really irks me. I think I would never do that. I would never, ever, ever do what they did. Yeah, Kelly is the only one there who's not just an outright hack. The other guys are a joke, man. They come from pregame. They got mad at RJ. They all left pregame, and now they sell their picks for $1. That's what they're worth, or less. Anyways, Rocky Atkinson, who runs Sports Memo, who's part of their thing. I will not let him on my site. I could show you 50 emails of him begging to be on my site. I wouldn't let him near it. Brian's on that site. I don't know, man. Tell me.
I've known Rocky because he has a son playing baseball.
I know Rocky too.
I don't know him
I know him too, but
he seemed like a nice guy.
He is a nice guy. He is a nice guy. But I'm not going to have a handicapper who sells a monthly package and doesn't put picks out. And that's what he did at my other company. I'm taking a pass on a college football Saturday twice a year. So he Ruffalo'd it. It's like, how do I explain to people that have spent their hard-earned money on a monthly package that this guy's taking a pass on a college football Saturday? How do I explain that to somebody? You tell me. You tell me how that's fair to the customers, to our community. Wager Talk has more winners than we do. You want to bet? You want to bet? I'm not angry that it's about Wednesday. I'm angry that these people did a Bush League move. That's what I'm mad about. A bunch of hacks. Well, if they've made you money, you should go there. Seriously. You should go there then. You should go there. Nobody else does, obviously. They have to pay for their audience, They have to pay people to go there, right? Commercials. $2 picks, right? They have to pay people to go there. So, obviously, you're in the minority. They're a joke, man. They have one person with a shred of talent. That's Kelly. That's it. The rest of them, pathetic, man. They act like they're these big shots. Have them show you their houses, man, like I show you mine. Have them show them to you. See what they are. See where they live, man. See what they're all about. You see. Joke, man. We made a mistake. No joke. You made a mistake. If I wouldn't have called them out on it, they'd still be doing it. Anyways, let's get to some picks, man. Brian, let's get to him. Brian's probably going to get thrown off a sports memo now.
No, that's not the end of the
now
world.
they're throwing me off a sports memo.
Not the end of
Brian,
the world.
here's the $6 a month in picks you sell over there. Anyways, we got the Timberwolves against the Bucks. We got the Charlotte Hornets against Cleveland. Philadelphia against the Nets in one of the feature games out there. We got the Raptors against the Spurs. The Pistons against the Clippers. What do you think of these 5?
Well, first glance at the Nets and Sixers, I think the everyday layman guy would say, oh, I'm getting all these points with the Nets, but I think here's a spot where you take the 76ers at home and lay that 6.5, 7 points. I think they're going to be out to prove a point. And, who knows if Kyrie Irving's going to play, he's not going to play. I think he might play, so I might wait to put that Sixers bet in till later in the day, but I'd still take the Sixers, whether it's -5, -7. I think they cover against the Nets and beat them down. And then the other game I like is the Detroit Pistons plus the 8 points against the Clippers. Clippers, nice road win against the Pacers. Pistons have been competitive more than a few times and covered more than a few bets. So I think the Detroit Pistons and the Sixers in that time slot.
I don't know. I'm kind of on the Nets there with the points. I don't like the line where it is now. It was 5.5 when I did the video last night. I'm less encouraged by where the line is now at 7, that's for sure. I'm probably going to be staying away from most of these NBA games. Of these, I like the Timberwolves at the +9 against the Bucks. I think that I like the way the Timberwolves are starting to come together here at the end of the season when the games are meaningless.
Yeah. But yesterday they didn't even try.
No, they didn't even try. So today they will.
That worries me. That's why I stay away from that. Oh, Towns didn't play yesterday, did he?
Nope.
I think that probably had a lot to do with it. Yeah, we missed Rod a little bit because he'd have like 5 picks in 5 games. I'm a little more conservative than that.
Maybe I'll do a Rod here. I didn't even write down my pick there.
You don't like the Pistons, or is that?
I like the Spurs there. Oh, it's not the same game. I like the Clippers there, but it's lean at best. I don't love this NBA card.
I think the baseball card is golden today, and the NBA card is like silver.
I'm trying to work on my videos because, like, when I start doing an NBA card like this, it's hard for me to get excited. It's like the baseball card was, I think, really exciting, and I know a lot less people care about it. But it's like I just think it's a lot more exciting. But I like the Timberwolves here. I like also I don't like anything else enough. Even the Hornets, they're so banged up, and Rozier's not playing. Got the Chicago Bulls against the Orlando Magic, the Pelicans against the Knicks, the Thunder against the Warriors, and the Rockets against the Pacers.
Yeah, out of that group, I think the best bet, and could easily be a premium for me, the Houston Rockets at 4.5. I bet them this morning at 5.5. I see it's down a point. Pacers off that disappointing home loss. Rockets are off a day of rest, even though their team's pretty much a mash unit, but it just looks suspicious here. It looks like a trap to take the Pacers, so I'll go with the Rockets plus the points.
So a lot of people commenting here about the thing that I just talked about, and to me, it's like I never go out there saying we're the best, and I don't say that, and I never do. I never say we win them all. I never say all of our handicappers win them all. I say that our handicappers are the best handicappers out there, and I do believe that. But, not everybody stays hot all the time, so that's why we have so many. And they rotate. You catch a hot guy, catch a cold. I've been cold, so it's like it's great that Al McMorty got really hot. And it's great that Rod has been super hot lately, right? It's like that's what it's all about. But it's like I never stand up there like, I'm the best and better than these guys or anything like that. But it's like to be treated like I'm a doormat or something. When you're flat out joke is pathetic, man. And it's like I think that I think that any of those handicappers on that site, if they're watching this, and they, if you guys want to make some real money, come on over here. That's what I gotta say. You guys, I don't know what, like I said, let's do the cribs, and we'll see who's doing what. We'll see it because everyone knows where I started. My videos are out there from when I very first started, right? My little apartment in Chicago, right? Everyone knows it, so my story's there. I'm not the best, I'm just some guy that picks games, and it's like, for me, it's all about the community. I could sit here and make everything about the money too, I could do that also. I have a huge enough audience to do it. But it's like, for me, it's always about the community. I do this because I love it, and I think that comes through. I hope it does. Wrong date on the live caption. Ah, crap, I didn't change it. It's not only the wrong date, it's the wrong title. Oh, man, I didn't hit send on the thing. Oh, well, I'll fix it. Anyways, so Brian took the Rockets here against the Pacers. I like the Pacers in that one. I don't love this card.
You don't think it looks like a trap?
Oh, it totally looks like a trap. But, the Rockets have burned me so many times. It's like they become my new Timberwolves.
Yeah, if I could add a late premium, but not that right now is late. I would consider the Rockets a strong play, but
I did not hit enter. That's exactly what happened here. So fix this. It stinks. But let's round out the card here. We've got the Grizzlies and the Mavs, the Nuggets and the Heat, and the Kings and the Wizards. What do you think about this Warriors OKC game, too? I could not figure this one out, actually.
I think if I had to bet it, I would take the Golden State Warriors minus the points just because it looks like such a high number that they don't want on the Warriors. But
don't you think like the number's so high because of Curry, and all the hype that's around him and everything, that they're doing, and the Thunder have been so bad.
So brutal. They've been so bad. I don't want to be like Ruffolo, but I don't know. I would probably I have a premium on one of the last three, and the other two I don't like at all.
Yeah, I don't love this NBA card. It's a giant card, but I just do not love it.
Maybe the Nuggets a little bit, but that's just very slightly.
Maybe I'll take the money that I was going to bet on these games and run some YouTube commercials.
Not flush it down the drain.
I don't know, man. I just think my commercial is to deliver quality content on a daily basis. That is our commercial. And that's always been my attitude and what we've tried to deliver. I know not everybody out there likes me. I know that, and I know that some people like my style out there. Some people think I talk too much. Some people think I don't talk enough. Some people like the talk and some people like the banter. But I don't know. It's some people don't like the banter. You can't please everyone. I know that, But at the same time, it's like I don't.
I wonder how much the NBA teams charge to put a patch on their jersey. Or if that's like $1 million.
A lot. I'd love to get one though.
There's my idea. Put a patch on it.
I like that one. I would love to do it. I'd love to get a patch. That would be a crowning moment. I kind of like the Wizards here against the Kings of these last three. I like the Mavericks against the Grizzlies because the regression, to 500 that we've seen from the Grizzlies over and over again. I'm going to take the Mavs there, and I'm also going to take the Wizards because the Kings they're in good Kings, bad Kings. They're in the bad Kings. Now, I know there's always haters, but there's one thing, there's hate, there's lies, and disrespect, and I think all of them get me in different ways, and you guys see it, because I'm a person. You guys see my emotion. I'm not good at hiding it. You should not listen to it when somebody says, this about your wife and family, right? It's like you should not listen to it. It's like it's easier said than done, and it's like you guys see about 1/10 of it, but it's it's another thing to just be outright, disrespected, like that. Kind of like, I know you earned all this, but we should have. It should be ours. That's the attitude that they have. It should be, because we're better. You're a joke. What do you got for sale tonight?
I was just looking at this amazing baseball card, but for me right now, I got my Game of the Month 5-pack. It has my National League Game of the Month play that I absolutely believe is the best baseball play I've bet this year so far. You can get that play singly for $30 at pickdogs.com, or my 5-pack, which includes 2 Major League Baseball dogs, 1 huge dog in hockey, and 2 NBA plays. 5 plays for $50 at pickdogs.com, premium picks.
I have early baseball 3-pack, and then I have an all-day baseball pack as well, all day and all night. So check it out. I think Rod has been pretty hot. I don't know if he was hot yesterday, but he's been on fire. So check out his picks too. I don't know what he has today, to be honest with you.
Check out the leaderboards.
I'm telling you, I got off to a lousy start to baseball season, and every single game, I'm saying 95% of the games I lost, have lost. My team has had the lead beyond the 5th inning. I'd say 95% of them. The only game like in this week that I've lost that the team never got to the lead was the Orioles yesterday, and they nearly did get it in the first game. They went down early, never really got back up. I had the Brewers yesterday, 8th inning. Right? It's like happens.
The Cubbies. I got one right.
Well, I also had the Pirates at plus 200, the Marlins at plus 150, and I had the Mets. So I was talking to a friend of mine, and it's like I was talking to Romanelli also this morning about this. Why is it every time that I bet on the Mets, I feel like I have a gambling problem? Like when I'm watching the game, and I'm watching the Mets game, and I have a bet on the Mets. There's no other team out there. I just feel like maybe I have an issue. It's like. It's the Mets, It's just you're in the shift, What the heck was that? I mean, they're in the shift. The ball gets hit to the shortstop. He can't even make a throw. Why is he standing there? If you're in a position where if you get the ball, you can't make a throw to get a runner out, then why are you in that position? Did you see that when the Phillies scored the tying run?
You know what? I thought the Phillies won the game because I left my father's house yesterday, and they were winning in the 8th inning, and I just assumed they won. Now I just looked and saw that they lost.
Yeah. There was two Phillies Mets games yesterday.
Well, yeah, I saw a little bit of the second one.
But in the first one, the Mets were winning the entire game, and then they decided to be the Mets, and. Then it's like you feel dirty, It's like maybe I'm doing something wrong with my life, That
I feel dirty Mets. When I bet the Yankees. Yeah, that's when I feel dirty. But.
I just feel like I just feel that when I bet on the Mets, I always question myself. People ask me like at the club, I'm at the driving range. What's the matter with you? It's like I just don't feel good. It's like what's the matter? It's like you don't have COVID or something. No, I've been betting the Mets again. I was just like, oh my god. It's like I don't know, man. It is. How
about Bieber yesterday? 9 complete innings.
Giolito pitched well too. It was
7 strong, but he didn't go 9. And normally you don't see pitchers in the second start go 9.
Well, I mean he was down in the pitch count, so. Anyways, we got a lot. Go ahead.
I did better on my free picks than my regular ones. But if you look at the leaderboard of the guys that are up at the top in baseball, there's guys that hit 50%, but have won a lot of money. It's because they're taking dogs and not the big favorites. So it's not always about winning percentage. It's about the units that you're making.
Well, we talked about that yesterday, and I talked, I've been, my team that I've been talking about it, that our sample team is the San Diego Padres this year, that we picked as kind of our example team. So yesterday when we talked about it, and I haven't looked at it this morning, but when we talked about it, when we talked about it yesterday, the Padres were plus money, and I said if they lose today, they're going to be negative money. So let's see exactly where they are. So now they are minus 103. They're 8-4 on the season, and if you bet them every single time, you've lost $100. So they're 667 winning percentage, and you've lost $103 if you bet on them every single time.
Wasn't there a genius that wanted to bet 6,000 in the group, in the Pick Dogs group? That was an easy win to bet $6,000 on the Padres money line.
Yesterday?
I think that was it. Yesterday?
I had the Pirates.
Yeah, we had the Pirates
with premium, right?
You had a premium. I had premium as a freebie.
These guys are fighting about parlays in the comments. I like it.
I haven't parlayed anything since. I like my 3-game parlays for $50, but a serious money parlay hasn't been done since the football season.
So, my friend was in Vegas yesterday, and he asked me for a parlay, and he did the parlay, and he ended up it was for $5,000, 5-teamer.
Oh my God!
Yeah, and let me see if I can find it. I'll show you guys. Ticket. You guys love seeing tickets, right? Let's see. So I'll show you guys this parlay and how brutal it was. Let's see. Let's see how I can get this. All right. Let's see if I could show it on the screen. This is what you call a brutal parlay loss right here. Where is it? Oh, wow. One more try. Nope, that's not it. Whoops. That was showing how we're kicking those other guys' ass, is what that was. When I was explaining to them the numbers and how they work.
At least it wasn't a photo that nobody wanted to see.
Oh, no, it's just a chart. I don't know. I can't get it to work. I'll figure it out. I always do. Oh, here it is. So it's... All right, let me see if I can get it now. There it is. So you can see this massive parlay, $150 pays $5,000. And
I thought he put $5,000.
No. 150 pays $5,000. Tigers, Marlins, Brewers, Blue Jays, and the over in that Mariners Orioles game that we loved. And it ended up, that the Brewers, which I thought was the easiest of the plays, was the one that lost.
So you should have my Cubbies yesterday.
Yep. All the dogs hit. The Tigers,
Yeah, I was kicking myself for
Marlins.
not. I had Tigers as a free pick, but, it wasn't something on my premium list. I don't know how I missed it. I love the Tigers.
Let's get into but that was my friend Bobby's ticket. Because he always will call me and say, who should I put in? Let's do a parlay.
Yeah, I thought you meant he bet $5,000 on a 5-game parlay.
No.
Ton of money. Jesus.
No, that's ridiculous. Doesn't make any sense. All right, let's get into today's baseball card. But just saying that the money. So the Dodgers are 9-2. They're 7 games over 500. If you bet them every single game, you're up $250. That is a tough way to make a living. The big money team is the Red Sox right now. everything's south of like Houston is 6-5 after yesterday's loss. So they're a game over 500, but you've lost $340 if you bet the Astros every single game. That is a tough way to make a living. Oh, no, that's actually at home. At home, they're there. Overall, the Astros are probably plus money because that series in Oakland. No, maybe not. Oh, well, let's get into it. Let's get into the games. We'll talk about this as we go. Anyways, the Blue Jays, Yankees, Washington against the Cardinals, Brewers rematch against the Cubbies, Twins and the Red Sox. Man, I was surprised that the Red Sox took out the Twins yesterday like that. And Royals against the Angels, Giants against the Reds. Those are the early games. Those 6. See anything?
Yeah,
there?
I think I could bet on every single one of these games. Well, let me try to condense it a little bit. I think the Yankees are one of the squarest plays on the board here. Corey Kluber, I should have wised up to him. I think last time he pitched, there's something off with him. And Stripling's no ace, but I think the Toronto has a fighting chance at home. You're getting plus money. It just looks like a filet-o-fish big-time game. And then I like the Washington Nationals a little bit, plus money with Ross on the mound. I just think Wainwright, even though he had an okay start last time out, I just think the Nationals are going to have a bad taste in their mouth after yesterday's beatdown. And then I think Kansas City Royals is right up there with the Blue Jays, one of the best plays of the day. I think Royals is super sharp there at home. Angels just it went down about 10 to 13 cents from where it opened up at. I'm all over the Royals and Blue Jays here.
Yeah, I like a lot of these early games. I have a lot of premiums out there on them. I have 3 early premiums, so I'm going to dance around those, and I'll give out one of those on the premium show. I think what happened yesterday to me on the premium show is that I gave out the one premium that I lost early, and then the night one so here's the issue that I have with the premium. So I need your guys' help. The YouTube premium, people that buy my regular premium, they say if I give my picks out on the YouTube premium, it's kind of unfair because the price point is different. So I try and do 1 and 1. You know, one that I have a regular premium on, one that I don't, that I still am betting. And I kind of try and mix them up early, late, and stuff like that. And it has not been working. It's been absolutely terrible since I switched to that. That's for sure. So,
how many plays do you generally do
in a day?
You usually do about 3 to 5.
Right, 3 to 5 plays.
No, the most you can give out on those shows is 2.
Right.
So if they want all the premiums,
I guess on days that I do 3, I should give out. Days that I have more than 3, I guess I can give out both premiums. Days that I have 3 or less, it'll be 1 and 1. That's what I'll do from now on. There it is. Problem solved.
Yesterday I changed it up. Normally I try to give my premiums out, but yesterday in the afternoon I did the Florida Panthers, and that cashed. And luckily I did not give out the Cincinnati Reds. So
I like the Brewers. I like the Brewers here against the Cubs in this afternoon game. I think the Brewers are the better team. I think the Cubs got so lucky yesterday, but that happens. It's the nature of the beast. It's baseball. The lesser team is going to win some of the time, and that happened.
I think it's worth paying up the juice there. It's worth the juice in that spot. I mean, I didn't give it as a free pick, but it could have easily been. I think the Brewers are going to take care of the Cubs.
I think it's a 5-1 game, so you might be able to go run line. But the thing is, the run lines have gotten so cheap, the payoffs on them, that they're hardly worth the risk anymore.
Yep, I just like the latest straight money line.
Then we got, I like Maeda against Eovaldi. I think this is where these 7-inning doubleheaders really hurts, really aren't right, where they kind of ruin the game. Because Eovaldi is a guy that throws like 650 miles an hour, so he can't go deep into games. But in a 7-inning game, like we saw in the Boston-Baltimore game yesterday, if a guy is kind of rolling, or in the Baltimore-Seattle game, if a guy's kind of rolling through the first 4 or 5 innings, see some pitchers. So there's some pitchers out there that the first and second times through the batting order, they're okay. But when they get to that third time through the batting order, they get lit up. And sometimes it's the second time through the batting order. But these 7-inning games kind of take that out of it. So I'm gonna be avoiding those 7-inning games is basically what's going to happen for me. But in this one, I like Maeda better than Eovaldi, but I don't know if this format favors Eovaldi. The 7-inning game favors Eovaldi because he's a hard thrower. He only needs 2 innings from his bullpen as opposed to 4 innings from his lousy bullpen. So it's a big, this is where the difference happens. When you have a guy that throws that hard, Maeda can go the whole way. Maeda's fastball is about 93 miles an hour. I think Maeda's the better pitcher. I think the Twins are the better team. The Red Sox are playing the better baseball right now. The Twins have been lousy at home. The Red Sox have helped them with that. So it's hard to say. I like Johnny Cueto against the Reds, too, against his old team. Tyler Mahle is a guy I don't understand how he gets to be a road favorite here. I know last time out, 4 innings, 0 hits, 0 runs, 4 walks. They beat Arizona 6-5. 92 pitches in 4 innings. That's called bad efficiency against a guy who can deal, is not good news. I like the way the Giants are playing. I just do, I know the Reds everyone loves offense, so they're looking at the Reds, but the Giants, it's more that maximum efficiency. They get the most out of all of their hits. We got the Twins versus Red Sox game 2, Pirates versus Padres round 2 or round 3. Last night, man, Blake Snell did not get out of the first inning of that game. They took a 2-0 lead, the Padres, and I was like, oh man. And the Pirates went with 2 outs on Snell. Snell got two outs on him, and that was it. I mean, he left the game, and the bases were still loaded, and they got him out of that bases loaded jam, but they were never able to recover from that. I love betting against the Padres, man. I'm really enjoying it this year. Matt Harvey's on the hill for the Orioles. He's favored against Justin Dunn, our guy. Michael Fulmer back to the starting rotation for the Detroit Tigers. He's looked okay in relief. He looked good in his first outing. He hasn't looked as good in the other ones. Against Lance McCullers Jr., who's not great on the road, but he's pretty good at home. Then we got the Mets against the Phillies. Like I said, I bet on the Mets. I watched, and it's like I'll bet on them, and then my bet will sit there throughout the day or whatever, and I'm fine with it. And then I'm watching the game, and then I just feel like I have a gambling problem. It's like when I bet on the Mets. I don't know why that is. Brian, any of these?
Yeah, I really believe today might be the Squares versus the Sharps today. I think the Boston Red Sox is in game two. Game 2 is one of the sharper plays going against Barrios, who's looked good, really good through his first 2 starts. But this line's telling me Boston all the way, and with Boston's starting pitcher Eduardo Rodriguez, I think he'll have a nice start. I think Boston wins game 2, and then I'm going to take fade Joe Musgrove off his no-hitter. I like to fade pitchers off of no-hitters. Take the Pittsburgh Pirates again at plus 180. And Detroit Tigers, another super sharp play. Lance McCullers might be good at home, but he's due for a crappy start. So I'll take another chance with the Tigers. So Tigers, Pirates, and Red Sox in game 2.
I'm trying to find a way to go on the Tigers here. It's like I think I gave out the Astros in the video, and I think I gave them out run line. I think in this one, it's you either take the Tigers or the Astros run line, but just I can't really land on anything there. For the Rays, so Fleming, who's starting for the Rays, has these gaudy numbers, but you have to remember that's a bullpen game. So when you look at, when he starts, that means it's a bullpen game, in which the Rays are the inventors of the bullpen game. And then the stat that we talked about yesterday for the Rays on the show, and I'm not saying that everybody watches every single day, so you should know exactly what I said yesterday, and that's why we're going to say it again, is that the Rays bullpen, this is a bullpen game, and the Rays bullpen has a 5.93 ERA coming into this game. Take it for what it's worth. I mean, it's a bullpen game. They have a 5.93 ERA. My money's not touching Matt Harvey as a favorite, but it looks funky. I like Barrios against Rodriguez in that Twins-Red Sox game. I think Barrios is, it looks to me like he's made it over the hump, that he's kind of crossed the next level in his career. I'm not sure, though,
You're not worried about that 10-cent drop?
I'm not betting it. It's not one of my premium picks. I'm not betting 7-inning games anymore. I'm done. I'm checking out of the 7-inning game. I bet the Mets yesterday in the 7-inning game. That's it. I felt dirty. Number one is Mets, which, like I said, makes me feel like I have a gambling habit problem. And number two, it's, these 7-inning games, it's like I felt I lost that Orioles game, the first game of the doubleheader, because it was a 7-inning game. I thought the Orioles had all the momentum, They had 2 more innings. I could see an 8th-inning home run, It's like I feel I lost these games because of the 7-inning game. And, they go to the extra innings, they put the guy on second base, and that's all fine. That should be after the game. I don't like the 7. I like the guy on second base to start extra innings. I do not like the 7.
So why are they doing the 7-inning game still this season? Last year it was due to COVID, and they wanted to have less field time, and there's no excuse to do it this year. I don't know. Doesn't make any sense to me.
The over on the Matt Harvey game is 9.5. Sounded like we dropped Brian's mic there.
There, I'm back, I think.
Yep. I'm just, like I said, I have so many games that I really like here that it makes it hard to go over the other ones,
I'll tell you, the Orioles line worries me a little bit, going to minus 125 with Harvey. But
yeah, I did not put that in as a premium pick. I considered it. I went back and forth on it. I figured I had enough action. It's like normally
baseball. I could almost bet every single baseball game on the card.
Well, the nice thing about Moneyline Sports is that you can put in an even number of picks, and still someone could still win. You could still win money, and that's the nice thing about baseball that I like. But now we're starting to see. So this is one of the great things about the timing of this show is that the books kind of open right before, like an hour before we start the show. And then by the time we get to about this point of the show, you can really start to see the money move here. So the big money mover right now is the Tigers, is where the big bettors are coming in on. I'm showing only.
What about the Yankees?
Well, 80%. Well, I'm looking at the wrong game. I'm showing only 5% of the money line dollars are on the Tigers, but I'm also showing that the big money is coming in on them. Let me see the Yankees against the Jays.
And the Twins in game 2 looks like just a huge sample and a lot of money.
Yep. Yeah, we're getting to that time of year, already. We're 10 games into the baseball season, so now we have data. Now we have all this stuff. This is when, this is why my picks are getting better. Also, I don't know.
When baseball loses value is in August when the trade deadline.
Trade deadline and call-ups. It's hard at the beginning of the season and then at the very end. That's why football starts. That's why they should. If baseball wants to do something to change it, end it on Labor Day, end the season.
That was sad last year. We didn't get NFL preseason because of COVID, so I'm hoping to get it back because it's a solid moneymaker.
Yeah, we forgot all about that. We did not get NFL preseason
because I like to find out who the quarterback rotation is, and then.
Yeah, because a lot of the backups play, these days. anyways. Go to the later games. Marlins against the Braves, the Indians and the White Sox after last night's beauty. I did not do a video on that game. The line didn't come out until this morning, and I figured I'd already done 25 videos for today. And then the Dodgers against the Rockies, where you're seeing strong money movement here for the Rockies, but it is John Gray, so it makes it super hard to buy into it. I mean, you got to really, really be, stick to your guns if you're going to do that.
Yeah, for me, amongst the later games, I'm going to just go with the Miami Marlins, plus 200 with Neidhart on the mound. I can't see laying minus 245 with Charlie Morton. He's a good, solid pitcher, but Marlins just beat them yesterday, and it wouldn't shock me if they put enough together to beat them again today. And at 2-1 on my money, I think I'm okay with taking teams like the Marlins, Tigers, Pirates, and a lot of dogs on the board today.
Yeah, I'm with you. I just think there's a ton of value out there today. Today's a good day for the bettors, and not a good day for the public. It's the first real, Wednesday's kind of usually a moving day. Thursday's the moving day, but Wednesday's usually like a good closeout day. And then Thursday's always a lighter schedule in baseball with a lot of day games is the general trend. Early day games because teams are moving. So, I thought that the Pirates Padres was the last game of the series, and then I realized that it's not. Tomorrow is. And, the Mets are playing at noon. The Braves and Marlins are at noon. Tomorrow, half the baseball games are, before 1 o'clock Eastern time. And then, there's still 2, 3, 4. Then the ones where they're new series, the new series all are, except for the Rangers and Rays, all the rest of and Dodgers and Rockies, all the rest of them are new series. It's a good card. It's a small card tomorrow, but it's a good one, right? It's a good one.
Yep.
But anyways, I don't have a lot of regular free baseball picks here because I guess I have a lot of premiums. I think the White Sox bounce back here against the Indians, though. I know they've struggled against the Indians in recent years. I know that. How about the score of that Marlins-Braves game? I wasn't surprised that the Marlins won. I mean, I had a premium on them, but I was
there 14 runs that they put up?
Yeah. I gave out the under on the premium show. I felt so bad. It was over in the first inning, It was 3-3 in the first inning. It was Max Fried against Lopez, and it was a hitting fest. The bats were out in baseball yesterday. They were out, except in Chicago. They were not out. I'm going to go with the White Sox here, though, to bounce back. I wish I could bet the Rockies. I wish I could. And maybe I'll talk myself into it. If you guys leave it in the comments, man, maybe we'll all bet it together. It's if you guys want to bet the Rockies too, I'll bet it with you guys. But if you don't, I'm out. Go to NHL action. NHL's kind of in a weird time of the year, too. Not a hockey guy.
Nope, I got one premium in hockey today, but I see one other game I could give a free pick on. So
I think Rod's pick that he sent me is hockey. I'm not sure. I didn't read his email for the premium.
Yeah, for me on this hockey board, are you going to do them all at once? Because there's not much there.
Yeah, sure. Oh, afternoon.
Yeah,
Minnesota, Arizona, Montreal, Calgary, Ottawa, Winnipeg, St. Louis, Colorado, Los Angeles against Vegas, and the Sharks against the Ducks.
Well, my Calgary Flames came through a nice plus money winner for me yesterday, but today I'm going to fade them, take Montreal, and lay that minus 160 juicer there. I just think the Flames, a little bit of a letdown. I think Montreal will lay the hammer. I like the Canadians to take out the Calgary tonight.
I got to kind of sift through it. I'm not really like a hockey handicapper, but we do the Mitchie Pucks play. I think the one that I picked yesterday actually did win. The one that I said was the lean Nashville, right? Plus 150 against the Lightning. Yeah. 155 we got on them.
I missed out on the Preds.
That was the only play that I thought was even playable. I think here, Vegas is a play, but minus 200. Well, what the hell? It is too good to be true, isn't it? Yeah. I think Vegas at minus 200 is a little too good to be true. Tough to pass on. I also maybe parlay it up with the JETS Jets here. I don't love that one. Maybe no way. It's gonna say puck line, but no, thank you. World is on the Avalanche. Yikes. Calgary Flames, Brian's team. No, thank you. And let's see in the early game. Oh, man, the smudges are minus 200. So you got 3 huge lines, and they all look to be justified. You know, it doesn't mean I'm jumping. It doesn't mean the puck line would be justified there, but it means that the line for the win is justified. You can't bet those games. If you bet all 3 of those games, if you bet all 3 of them, if you bet Vegas, Minnesota, and what was the other one that we like? The Jets, right? If you bet all 3 of those and Vegas loses, you lost money. You know, it's like you can't do that. If you lose 2 of those things, 3 of them, it's like losing 6 games. Can't do it.
I guarantee there are guys on the
I will not allow it. I will not allow it. I will not allow it in this group. Will not happen. Can't let you guys do that to yourselves. So that's about it. See anything out there as far as the money moves? If we take a quick look at the NBA money here before we go, I think that if you look at the Wizards here, you're seeing 41% of the bets and 65% of the money is on the Wizards, and I think that was one that I really liked of the NBA. And to me, that's
Pistons kind of sharp.
What's that?
The Pistons kind of look.
Let me see the Pistons.
Enticing.
I just think that for me, the NBA that's the strongest play is the Wizards. It's the only one for me that's bettable. Let me see the Pistons.
I have a premium on that one, so I can't really comment.
I wonder what side you're on.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got. But that was like an off the chart. You know, that one's like it jumps off the page at you. Not trying to squeeze Brian's premium pick out of him. I wouldn't do that. Who do you got in that one, Brian?
I'm definitely not on the Raptors today.
The Pistons looks attractive, but not as good as that other one. I would say also the Chicago Bulls look somewhat attractive, even at the big number. Yep, definitely the Sixers. 51% of the bets, 64% of the money on the Philadelphia 76ers.
There's always going to be Brooklyn Nets guys that like betting Brooklyn, even though they don't play their stars. But.
How about the Spurs? 49% of the money, 49% of the bets, 76% of the money, 25% of the money line bets, and 82% of the money on money line bets on the San Antonio Spurs. So while you have to pay up a little bit on that money line, if you're a parlay player, probably not a bad play to throw in there. Spurs money line. And look at the Golden State Warriors and OKC. 51% of the bets on OKC and 67% of the money with those big points against the Warriors. Brian's Rockets, 38%.
I don't think the Rockets aren't looking bad.
No, 38% of the bets, 61% of the money on the Houston Rockets.
If we were doing that show that we were talking about, I would say the Houston Rockets for me would be my steam late play. But
yeah,
again, you want to wait till, at 5:45 it might look a little different.
Yeah, my idea is that we do the we talk a little bit about the money here on this show more than we have been, and I think because people like it. You know, people like it, and I already explained to everyone why I can't advertise or whatever for where I get the numbers, because they won't talk to me. So it makes it really hard. And it's like, I'm not going to support their business, you know, for free if they're or if they're not going to at least reciprocate, right? I mean, it's got to be a reciprocal thing. I'm not going to support somebody else's business who's, you know, somewhat in the same industry as me, which is not the way that it works. If they want to do a reciprocal thing, or if they want to support us, or if they want to try and smash my channel with commercials like other people do, that's whatever. Good luck to you. It's gonna be a bad day for you if that happens. But yeah, and so we're gonna talk about more about the money here, and then do a late money moves where that's the whole thing about the late, is that you really get to see exactly what's going on, like the late bets, you know. So anyways, you got a parlay for today? Kind of a tough card here. Can't hear you. Your mic went out.
Well, there's a guy weed whacking outside my house. I was trying to save everybody from hearing that.
Right.
I got the Toronto Blue Jays on the money line, the Kansas City Royals on the money line, and the Boston Red Sox Game 2 on the money line. All plus money plays. Parlay them all together.
I'm going to take the Timberwolves, the Wizards, and the Brewers. That'll be my parlay for today. So my picks for the show, I was light today. I had Timberwolves, Mavericks, Wizards, Brewers, Giants, White Sox, and I talked a lot of smack about wager talk. How about you, Brian?
This is my heaviest day so far, giving out 12 picks. You want me to read them all off now?
Yeah, go ahead.
I got the Pistons +8, Rockets +4.5, 76ers -7. Golden State Warriors -11 was just a light lean, but it counts as a pick. Toronto Blue Jays on the money line, Kansas City Royals on the money line, Washington Nationals on the money line, Detroit Tigers on the money line, Pittsburgh Pirates on the money line, Boston Red Sox Game 2 on the money line, Florida Marlins, Miami Marlins on the money line, and the Montreal Canadiens on the money line. My only juice money line is the Montreal.
I love today's card. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Sorry about the rant. Not sorry, but it is what it is. Rod Zawacki will be back with us tomorrow, hopefully. But I have his premium pick for the early show. He should be here for the late show. We're gonna have that add on to the premium. I know it's not for everybody, and it's like I don't judge people whether you're a premium member or not a premium member. But you know, maybe if you complain, you know, then I judge it if you're a premium member or not a premium member. But if you're just, you know, believe me, we have people that have been part of our community for 15 years and have never bought any premium picks, and I love them just the same. Believe me.
Yeah, I think if you want a very solid late info play to put in, that would be something to look at.
Yeah, that's what I think. That we look at all of the games and the money movements. You know,
if it was just record that mattered, and I could put plays in here at 6 o'clock at night, then my record would be better.
Yeah, mine would too. That's why lately, I've always tried to put in some premium plays the night before, but because late lines, you know, and all this other stuff, I've been starting to put them in the morning, and it's not something that I've ever done in the past.
Oh, you used to bust my balls about that.
I know. I should put at least one in.
It's just tough because guys decide they're not going to play.
Oh yeah, I got killed in the NBA. It's like, oh, this guy's not playing. The line, it's like I'm getting -170, and someone else is getting -110 on the same day.
And then if it works in your favor, then the people buy it, and they're like, oh,
yeah, then yeah. Oh yeah, then I have to answer the questions, you know, like all day long. People, hey, you put it at this number, it's at this number. So it's like I don't really care about my record. I want you guys to win. Believe me, if I put in at 7.5, getting 7.5, and you guys get 9.5 in it, and the game comes in at 8, and I have a losing record, and you guys win, and you guys get a credit or whatever, I don't care. I would rather you guys win, and that's just the way it is, and that's what makes us different. You know, it's like for me, it's all about you guys. You know, it's like I'm already set. You guys have seen my house. You guys have know me, because I'm not just some guy that sits up here and talks, Hopefully you guys.
I'm working on. Maybe I can move in next door.
You guys all know me, so it's like it is. I am what I am, and all that stuff. I'm not in. I already have money, so it's like I don't need to like try and drag every $2 out of you. Anyways, have a great day, everyone, and I'll try and act more professional tomorrow.